All right, guys, so this will be my last video for the second 9 weeks. And so we are on the home page, and if you'll notice that I have changed the home page, and so it has the exam schedule for this 9 weeks. Thursday will be your English exam, and for those of you at school, you will go straight to your third block teacher. Friday will be your math exam, and for those of you at school, you will go straight to your seventh block class. And so you'll only go to third and fourth on this day and seventh and eighth on this day. And then next week, starting Monday, we will have 2 exams per day depending on your class period. For those of you that are distance learners, it will be a very similar schedule. And so Thursday will be your English exam, Friday is your math exam, and then your science exam. Everyone who is a distance learner will take their science exam on Wednesday. It will only be open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So just a reminder about that. Again, I will go to assignments. And so it is going to take me to week 17, and that is this week. Distance learners will need to complete your daily checks, and so that is for the bell ringers. And then we have Monday's assignment. Friday and Monday were the same assignment. Just I meet every other day with my classes. And so here's Tuesday's assignment, and this is the PowerPoint that I will cover in this video. And so I am on Tuesday 12:8, and it's the same thing for Wednesday 12:9. And so I have the Atomic Basics PowerPoint that I'm about to go over. For those of you that are distance learners, you will need to open these 2 worksheets and follow along. And I am going to go over many of the answers, and then you will submit your answers here. So some of them I will help you with, and some you will need to work problems on your own. And lastly, complete any missing assignments. This is your last grade, minor grade, for the second 9 weeks. And your only other grade after this in the grade book will be your exam. And your exam counts 20% of your average, and this is your exam review. So you need to complete all 3. All right, so now I'm going to go over the Atomic Basics PowerPoint that is located on Tuesday and Wednesday. And so for part A, we have the basic structure of an atom. And so the directions explain to you that you need to draw 5 protons in the nucleus of the atom. And remember that protons have a positive charge. So in the nucleus on your worksheet, you'll draw 5 plus signs. Number 2, draw 6 neutrons. Neutrons are neutral and they have no charge. And so to represent a neutron, we draw zeros. And so I will also draw 6 zeros inside of this circle. So 5 plus signs and 6 zeros, and that will complete my nucleus, or my center of my atom. And then number 3 says draw 2 electrons. And so this is my first ring. It's closest to the nucleus, and it's the smallest one. So it only holds 2 electrons. So I will put 2 negative signs, maybe one over here and one over here. In reality, they're constantly moving anyway, the electrons are, so just separate them the best that you can. And then number 4 says draw 3 electrons in the second energy level and label them. So this is my second ring here, my second energy level, and so separate them the best that you can, maybe here, here, and over here. And to find out what element is represented, we would look in the very back of your textbook. There's a periodic table, and so the number of protons tells us what element is represented in this diagram. And so because we have 5 protons, our atomic number is 5. And so we will find the number 5 on the periodic table, and that will tell us it is boron. So here are the answers. This is my answer key. And so we have 5 plus signs, 6 zeros, 1, 2 electrons, 1, 2, 3, notice how I spaced them out, electrons, and then boron, because 5 protons, 5 is my atomic number. All right, part B, I'm going to label this box. And so for this box, it's very similar to the pieces of information that you'll find on almost any periodic table. you have you have 4 pieces of information in almost every box. The top number 8 here, and this is just an example, but this is not a decimal, and so this is going to be my atomic number. This is my number of protons, or my atomic number. The O here is my symbol, and so elements will have 1 or 2 letters as a symbol. It is not always the first 1 or 2 letters of the word. In this case it is, but gold, for example, gold is AU. And so if it has 2 letters, it's going to be a capital letter and then a lowercase letter. But in this case, oxygen is O, and so that is my symbol. And then the word oxygen, that is the name of my element. And then this is my decimal. It's a decimal because it's the number of protons plus the number of neutrons, and that is my atomic mass. It is an average. The number of neutrons can change, so it's an average. And so this is my atomic mass number, atomic mass. Number 7, what does the atomic number represent? This number 8 here. The atomic number represents the number of protons, or for this worksheet, they will also represent the number of electrons. Protons or electrons. Number 8, what does the atomic mass represent? And our atomic mass represents our number of protons plus neutrons. Protons plus neutrons. And so that is what's found inside of our nucleus. This is our atomic mass. Okay. So just to make it easier for you, you can copy these answers down, pause the video, and when you're ready to continue, press play again. Number 9, how would you figure the number of protons or electrons in an atom? And that again is your atomic number. And then number 10, how would you figure the number of neutrons? And so again, atomic number for this one, you find neutrons by saying atomic mass minus atomic number. Atomic mass minus atomic number, and that gives you your number of neutrons. For this worksheet, on the front or on page 1, you're going to fill in the blanks. And so I'm going to give you a very easy clue how to do this. So I need you to draw a star above atomic number, draw a star above protons, and draw a star above electrons. So these 3 columns, I need you to draw a star above those, and that will serve as a reminder that whatever goes into the first column, or the one that you're given, it will go into the 2 that are missing. So I will put a number 3 for the protons, and since I have a 3 here, I will also put it for electrons. So these 3 columns will always be the same on this worksheet. All right, and so now to find my number of neutrons, that's my only one that should be left, I'm going to say 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3, and so my neutron number here will be 4. 7 minus 3, and that's 4. All right, let's try another one. Okay. And so another one would be, I have P, which is phosphorus, and I have 15 for my atomic number and 31 for mass. And so again, I have these stars up here, and so I'm going to write 15 here and the number 15 here as well. So my atomic number is my number of protons, and in this case, it's my number of electrons. I want my positives and negatives to be equal, so they'll cancel each other out. Like 15 minus 15, that gives me 0. It's no charge. And so I'm going to say 31 minus 15, and that will give me 16 for my number of neutrons. 31 minus 15, and that gives me 16. I can also double check and make sure I did it correctly, and I'll say 16 plus 15, and that'll give me 31. So you notice down here for nickel, Ni, and Ag, which is silver, and several others, I do not give you the atomic mass. I'll give you the number of neutrons, and you're kind of working your way backwards. So let's go back up to the top. For Li, lithium, I would say 4, my neutron number, 4 plus 3, and that gives me 7. Or I can say 7 minus 3, and that gives me 4. Okay, again, so phosphorus, P, 15 here, also 15 here, and 15 here. So these three columns will always be the same. And then I'm going to say 31 minus 15, and that's where I get 16 from. So I went over the first few with you. I would like for you to try the rest of the chart on your own. So you can pause the video, and when you completed the front of the page, then we're going to flip the page over and look